Hey guys, are you thinking about joining a group cruise? Well, I wasn't really thinking about joining one either, but then some really interesting opportunities have come my way. So I just wanted to talk to you about how I am deciding on whether or not a group cruise is right for me. So, if you have not been with me before, welcome. My name is Elisa, and this is Elisa's Adventures in Cruising. I have been on many cruises. I love to cruise. The last one I was on in October was sort of a solo cruise situation, which was totally fine. I had a great time. I had a friend who was on the ship with me, but we kind of both did our own thing and just met up for dinner again, which was great. So I know that I can do the solo cruise. I've cruised with my family many times, so I know I can do the family cruise, but can I do the group cruise situation? Hmm, do I want to do the cruise situation? Hmm. So, three things that I think are the deciding factors for me in trying to decide if a group cruise is right for me. And I just wanted to go through them with you, and maybe they'll be helpful to you too if you find yourself in this situation. So, first off, do you want to cruise? Lisa's Adventures in Cruising. I always want to cruise. Do you want to cruise? Have you ever cruised before and been thinking, or have you not been cruised before but been thinking about it? So, do you want to cruise? What are the costs involved with the cruise? A lot of times when you see the advertisement or folks talking about a group cruise, it's a really great rate. And if you haven't cruised before, it's a really great way to try it out. Basically, see what this cruising thing is all about. You may have seen lots of other channels, lots of vloggers out on cruises, various ships, various cruise lines, and that also varies the cost. But how do you know if you're getting a good price or not? Well, whoever is hosting the group cruise is usually a travel agent. They are able to give you the breakdown of those costs, the cabin types, and exactly what's included with your group fare, if there's some extra perks, or if you're getting some special benefits or extra, like a drink package or a specialty dining or cruise credits that would be involved with the cost of your group cruise. Those are things that you would want to know. So, is it a good cost, or is it a cost that you're comfortable with or that you want to spend? Um, Again, in the do you want a cruise category, where is the cruise leaving from? Is it something that is easily accessible to you, or do you have to travel to get there? I'm lucky enough to live in Florida, in Orlando, and so I'm able to get to Port Canaveral super easy. But most of the cruise ports in Florida, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Jacksonville, there's only a couple, or Tampa, they're only a couple hours drive away, so that I would not have to worry about a flight or other transportation to get to the cruise port. So the location, and then where is the cruise going? Is it going to ports that you want to cruise to, that you've never cruised to, that you've cruised to many times and would love to go again? So, those are just things to think about. What ship is this group cruise going out on? Is it a cruise line that you already know and love, or is it one that you've been wanting to try out? Um, is it a ship that you know and love, or again, one that you've been wanting to try out? Is it a big ship? Is it a smaller ship? Is it a medium sized ship? Those are things that you kind of want to know so that you know what your options are, you know what kind of activities are going to be available on the ship, and if that's the right fit for you. If that's a kind of cruiser you are or want to be. The great thing again of the person who is hosting your group cruise or the travel agency that's hosting your group cruise will be able to fill you in on all of those kinds of details. But you can also, of course, go onto the cruise line website and get all the details that you would like about that particular ship and itinerary. And that way you will either get your questions answered or know what to ask so that you can get those questions answered. So, do you want to cruise? Is it a cost that you are comfortable with? Is it at a location that you're comfortable with? Is it a ship that you're comfortable with? Those are your do you want to cruise questions, at least mine. What kind of traveler are you? Is my second question. And again, as I was saying, I'm a cruiser. I like to cruise. Obviously, it's in the channel name, but I like to cruise. I tend to go for the bigger ships. I can go with family. I can go with friends. I can go by myself. It's all good. It's all good. But I know that's not everybody. So, what kind of cruiser are you, or do you think you are? Do you want group activities? Sometimes you want to go on a cruise ship and you want to do it all and see it all. You want to attend every show. You want to see every musical performance. You want to participate in all the trivia. You want to check out every bar or pub. You just want to do it all. And then sometimes you go on a cruise and you want to find a deck chair and park it. Park yourself on that deck chair. Or if you get a balcony cabin, you want to just spend as much time out on that balcony looking out at the ocean views as possible. So what kind of cruiser are you? Are you someone who's looking for lots of group activities, or would you rather not participate in bigger events like that? You just kind of want to do your own thing or wander on your own. Equally fine, but you know what what's your plan if you're going to go on a group cruise? Do you like to go off on your own? Do you want to participate in lots of group activities? Have you not cruised before and are a little unsure and want the comfort of knowing someone who has done it before and kind of follow their lead or just join in on their fun? Those are things that you want to consider before you join a group cruise. And also along those lines, do you know what kind of cruiser your hosts are? Are they wanting everyone who is joining their group to participate in every activity that they have planned? Or are they cool with you just sort of popping in and out of activities? Or do they want, they just want to know where you are so that you're okay and that you're having a good time? So what kind of cruiser are you, but what kind of cruiser are your cruise hosts? Is it a family vacation? So obviously if you're with your family, well, maybe not obviously if you are traveling with your family, especially a family with younger children, that definitely changes the options as to how much you can do on your own, want to do on your own without them. So are you traveling? Would your family be going on this group vacation, or is there enough activities for everyone in that in the family to have a good time? Or is your family more able to spread out and everybody do their own thing and sort of synchronize times as to when you're going to see each other or what activities you're going to do together? But just keep that in mind. If it's a group cruise and you want your family to come along, obviously if you have young children, you can't go on virgin for a family cruise. The children are not allowed, and you would not necessarily think that those were appropriate activities for all of your family members. So just to keep that in mind, if it's is it a family vacation, or and if your family likes to do all activities together, or if there's opportunity for some to go off and do other things and just meet back up. Are you cruising solo? Would you be solo joining the group? Which is perfectly fine. You can go and join all the activities, or if you're a solo cruiser and you have another plan in mind and want to do some of the activities, none of the activities. Is that an option for this particular group cruise? How just what kind of traveler are you? Do you want to be all in on the group? Do you want to be half in, half out? Do you want to be solo and just take advantage of the ship and the special group rates? Those are things to think about. Also, what would be the reason that you're joining the group cruise? There are all kinds of cruises and all kinds of specialty cruises. Are you going on the group just as a first time traveler and just want the camaraderie and friendship of having fellow cruisers, people that you can hang out with, and not worrying about missing out on anything because you're by yourself? Um, are you a first time cruiser who wants to just benefit from watching how everybody else does it, or knowing where to go, who to ask, how to sign up for this or that? So, what's the reason for you joining the group? Are you a first time cruiser? Are you joining the group because it's some sort of specialty cruise? Is it, how we go to conventions are very popular, like Comic Con, or you know cosplay things, Star Wars, collectibles, all kinds of things that people get together and do conventions on. Is this a similar situation? Are you meeting up with a group because you all have a common interest? Are you all vloggers? Are you all YouTubers? Do you all want to get together and talk about those experiences, or do you just want to hang out? You should just have an idea of what the reason for gathering is. That's not to say, and I've watched the vloggers extravaganza. If you guys have seen the videos from all the great vloggers who've put out videos after that cruise on the Norwegian breakaway, they all had a great time. But I'm sure the few folks who were on the ship who had no idea that it was a vlogger extravaganza may have been like, wait, what? I'm sure that everybody had a lovely time, but do you want to know if there's going to be a ship full of vloggers, or if you can just enjoy your vacation normally? You don't want to be worried about the cameras, or if it's some other kind of specialty group, you don't want to see all Star Wars all the time, or you don't want to just talk about 80s dance music and bands. Know what the group theme is about, and if that is or isn't for you. And lastly, I would say, in knowing what the theme or the reason for the group cruise is how well or what do you know about the folks hosting it. Now, I am just meeting the lovely couple who are hosting this particular group cruise that I'm considering attending. But what I know of them is all great. I think I would really enjoy meeting them and participating in the activities that they have planned. But again, getting back to why you would want to cruise with those particular hosts, you want to know what kind of activities they are planning, how much participation they are expecting or hoping for each of the folks traveling in their group. They may have a whole host of things planned and hope that you will participate in everything. They may have very little planned and just want you to have an opportunity to join the cruise and experience it for yourself and see it all for yourself. But those are things I think would be helpful to think about before you say yes or no to a group cruise. So, anyway, just letting you know what my thought process is. I am very excited about going on a group cruise. Like I said, I've been on many cruises, but this would be the first time that I actually join a group cruise. I have decided to join this group cruise, and I'm very excited and looking very forward to meeting all of my fellow group cruisers on this cruise in June. But just was thinking about that. Maybe you all haven't been on a cruise before, let alone a group cruise, and how do you know if it's right for you? I hope that's helpful, and let us know. Let me know in the comments below if how your group cruise experiences have been, or if you're going to be joining one soon. Thanks, everybody. Happy cruising. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave me a comment below so that I know that you're interested in this kind of content and what